Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Ameleta Aparilia. In this video, I'm going to continue the next material about the aspect of language. The aspect of language in we are going to discuss about idiom, phrase, and then cultural. The first is about we talk about idiom. What is the definition of idiom? Idiom, also called idiomatic expression. Idiom is an expression that has a figurative meaning conventionally understood by native speakers. This meaning is different from the literal meaning of the idiom's individual elements. In the words, idioms don't mean exactly what the words say. They have, however, hidden meaning. Idiom divided into two meanings. The first is literal meaning and the second figurative meaning. Literal meaning means understanding words in their usual or most basic meaning. The second idiom, the second meaning, figurative meaning. Figurative meaning means not literal. The example of idiom, the first example, he was under the weather this morning. I hope he feels better soon. As we can see, there is the underline in here, the underline sentence, under the weather. Under the weather is not as we can think that someone or the boy sit down or stand up under the weather. Is not like that, but the real meaning is feel sick. The boy feels sick. So he was feel sick this morning. I hope he feels better soon. The second example, it was like giving candy to a baby. Is not we give candy to a baby, is not like that, but the real meaning is when you do like assignment or homework and you feel the assignment is very easy, especially when you do something wrong. The second is we talk about praise. So what is the definition of praise? A phrase is a group of words in a sentence that doesn't have a subject or a verb. A phrase cannot express a complete thought on its own because it lacks a subject and a verb. This is what differentiates a clause form of phrase in that it can convey a complete idea on its own because it has a subject and a verb. Now, we talk about types of phrases. Phrases are grouped into 8 categories, namely, the first is a noun phrase. A noun phrase is composed of a noun and modifier. The example is Sunday became a quiet, slow evening. The second type of phrases is verb phrase. Verb phrase is composed of a verb and words that modify the verb. The example is, she was interested in watching the film. And then the third, gerund phrase. Gerund phrase is a noun phrase that starts with a verb that acts as a noun. For example, getting a good grade was the result of hard work. The subject, we start with a noun. With a noun that acts with a verb that is a noun, getting. This is gerund phrase. The fourth type is infinitive phrase. Infinitive phrase is a noun phrase that starts with an infinitive verb. For example, he needs to work out on his weaknesses. The fifth type is a positive phrase. A positive phrase is a phrase that defines and reaffirms a noun. It's composed of single or multiple words. For example, a lion, the king of the jungle, is feared by all animals. This is the example of a positive phrase. Next, the sixth type is participle phrase. What is participle phrase? Participle phrase, this type of phrase starts with a present or past participle. For example, being aware of the situation, I wish I had never told her the truth. So, we start with a present participle, being. Next, the seventh type is prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase can function as an adverb, adjective, or a noun and start with a preposition. For example, he was surrounded by dogs. The last type is absolute phrase. Absolute phrase is composed of a modifier noun and a participle. For example, the harvest declined with excessive sunlight. So in here, we modifier a noun and a participle. Okay, next we are going to talk about cultural. What is the definition of cultural? So, cultural is about differences and similarities between people. Culture is often referred to as differences between groups of people who do things differently and perceive the world differently. These differences indicate the extensive existence of different cultures. It is important to understand how cultural differences affect human perception of the world. Four components of culture. The first is values. What is values? Values which controls other component of culture. The second component is norms. Norms relates to patterns of behavior designed for individual members of a society in particular situations. The third component of culture is institutions. Relates to the division of a society where values and norms are applied. And then the last component of culture is artifacts. Artifacts. Artifacts are are objects, that are produced from the values and norms of a culture. What is the relationship between language and culture? Language and culture cannot exist without each other. There is an intimate relationship between language and culture. It is commonly accepted that language is a part of culture and that culture plays a very important role in it. That language without language, culture would not be possible. Language simultaneously reflects culture and is influenced and shaped by it. Next is about composition of culture. Composition of culture divided into two: material culture and symbolic culture. Material culture includes the objects associated with a cultural group, such as tools, machines, and buildings. And then the second, symbolic culture, includes ways of thinking, such as beliefs, values, and assumptions and ways of behaving, like norms, interactions, and communications. Variations in culture. Variation in culture divided into three variations of culture. The first is multiculturalism. Values diverse racial, ethnic, national, and linguistic backgrounds. And dominant culture refers to the values, norms, and practice of the group within society that is most powerful in terms of wealth, prestige, status, and influence. And the last variation is a subculture. Is a group within society whose norms, values, and lifestyle differ from those of the mainstream. Okay, that's all about aspect. That's all about aspect of language. Thank you so much for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.